This is the story of two co-workers working in an office who end up trapped in an elevator for 5 days. What happens to them during this time is what we will see in today's story. The story begins with Jennifer, who was working late at her office. It was Valentine's Day the next day, and Jennifer had planned to surprise her ex-boyfriend by flying to New York. She even wrote him an email. However, since it was supposed to be a surprise, Jennifer didn't send the email. After finishing her work, Jennifer packed up her belongings and left the office. On the other side, we see a man named John, who was also wrapping up his work and getting ready to leave. John entered the elevator, where Jennifer was already present. John then told Jennifer that the office would be closed for 5 days because of the holidays. After this, they talked for a while, and then John showed Jennifer a drawing on the elevator wall. The drawing depicted a boy trapped inside a box. They were talking when suddenly the elevator stopped. John pressed the emergency call button in the elevator, but no help came. Then they waved at the camera in the elevator, hoping for a response, but there was none. Next, they tried calling someone for help, but their phones had no network. Jennifer was scared because she realized she was stuck in the elevator for 5 days. However, she was in a hurry to leave since her flight to New York was scheduled for that night. With no other options left, they both sat down in the elevator. Jennifer told John that she worked there as an account supervisor. In response, John shared that he was new to the office and had joined just a few days ago. After some time, they thought about the emergency exit that every elevator usually has. Jennifer asked John to help her climb up so she could check for the emergency exit and try to get out. However, they couldn't find any exit in the elevator. By now, they had been stuck together for an hour. The two introduced themselves to each other. Jennifer then tells John that she is very thirsty, so John gives her a bottle of water. John also has a bottle of wine, which he was taking as a gift for a client. Jennifer remarks that they are going to be stuck in the elevator for 5 days because no one is going to come during that time. After some time, Jennifer feels an urgent need to use the restroom, but she is too embarrassed to do so in front of John. Sensing her discomfort, John reassures her that it's nothing to be ashamed of and suggests she could use his empty thermos as a makeshift toilet. With no other option left, Jennifer reluctantly agrees and uses the thermos while John turns away, covering his eyes and ears. Afterward, Jennifer goes over to the drawing on the elevator wall and adds a sketch of a girl next to the boy in the box. A few hours pass, and to kill time, the two start talking and playing games. During their conversation, Jennifer asks John if he has a girlfriend or anyone who might come looking for him. John replies that he doesn't have a girlfriend or friends, and that no one knows he works here. Jennifer then shares that she also has no one here, and that she was supposed to meet her ex-boyfriend in New York tonight. However, she realizes now that she has already missed her flight. Then, John opens his bottle of wine, and they start drinking together. Quite some time passes, and to keep themselves entertained, they begin drawing portraits of each other. While drawing, John admits to Jennifer, "I've been hiding something from you. I've seen you several times in the lobby outside the office, and I've always thought you were very beautiful." Jennifer feels embarrassed hearing this. They then exchange their drawings. John had made a beautiful portrait of Jennifer, while Jennifer's drawing of John was humorous and exaggerated. Laughing it off, Jennifer suggests they change the topic. John starts talking about food, but Jennifer interrupts him and pleads, "Please don't talk about food. We don't have anything to eat." John then jokingly responds, "All right, let's talk about sex instead." Jennifer laughs and says, "We should share our fantasies with each other." She goes first and reveals that back in college, she once had sex with her boyfriend in the library. Then it's John's turn. He shares that while working at his previous office, there was a beautiful girl and they had an intimate moment in her car. John then looks at Jennifer and boldly asks, "Can I kiss you?" Jennifer agrees, and they draw closer, leading to a moment of intimacy. Afterward, John confesses to Jennifer that he has fallen in love with her. However, Jennifer tells him that she is still in love with her ex-boyfriend. She explains that as soon as she gets out of the elevator, she plans to go straight to him and try to restore their relationship. John expresses his desire to continue their relationship, but Jennifer dismisses the idea saying that what happened between them was just casual. Hearing this, John becomes visibly upset, but tries to hide it. He then tells Jennifer, "I love you, so I want to be honest with you." John goes on to reveal a shocking truth. He is not new to the building and has actually worked there for a long time. He admits that he has been watching Jennifer come and go from the office every day and knows everything about her. He shows her his phone, which contains CCTV footage of her entering and leaving the building. John reveals that he is actually a security guard for the building and had been secretly in love with her for a long time. However, he never approached her because he believed she would never date a security guard. Finally, John admits that everything that happened, including them being stuck in the elevator, was part of a plan he orchestrated. It was no accident that they were stuck in the elevator together. It was part of John's plan. After revealing this to Jennifer, John takes out the elevator key and tells her she is free to leave if she wants. He then inserts the key into the panel and restarts the elevator. Hearing this, Jennifer becomes furious and accuses John of trying to kidnap her. She warns him that once she gets out of the elevator, she will report everything to the police. In response, John stops the elevator again. Jennifer tries to grab the key, but John restrains her. As she struggles to free herself, her foot accidentally hits the key, breaking it in the process. Now, they are truly trapped, as the key was the only way to operate the elevator. Realizing this, Jennifer's anger boils over. In her frustration, she takes off her sandal and hits John across the face. Enraged, John retaliates by grabbing Jennifer's face and slamming her to the floor. Both of them lose consciousness from the scuffle. A while later, they regain consciousness. Jennifer, trying to think of a solution, asks John if he is the only security guard in the building. John admits that 3 security guards were supposed to be on duty tonight, but he had convinced them to let him cover their shifts. Jennifer calls John a kidnapper, which sends him into a complete frenzy. He starts smashing things around the elevator in anger. Then, in a fit of madness, he opens Jennifer's bag and finds a shirt she had bought as a gift for her ex-boyfriend. Without hesitation, John puts on the shirt. Inside the elevator, John points to another box and tells Jennifer to open it. Inside, she finds a lighter and a cigar. John sits down and begins smoking the cigar, which makes Jennifer even more frightened. She quietly sits in a corner, unsure of what to do. After some time, John decides to search for a way out of the elevator. He climbs up the elevator's interior and finds an escape hatch leading out. He calls down to Jennifer, saying he needs her help to climb out. However, Jennifer, still distrustful of John, refuses. She insists that she should go first instead, as she doesn't feel safe. But John, equally distrustful, refuses to let her go first, fearing that she will escape and report him to the police. Jennifer then promises John that she won't go to the police and suggests they both leave and start a new life. After some hesitation, John decides to trust her and helps her climb up through the hatch. Once Jennifer is out, she betrays John and doesn't help him out of the elevator. Instead, she climbs the stairs attached to the elevator shaft and escapes. Realizing he has been deceived, John becomes furious. Desperate to get out, he tears pieces of fabric to make a makeshift rope, which he uses to climb out of the elevator. He then begins ascending the same stairs, determined to catch up to Jennifer. As Jennifer was about to exit the building, John caught up with her and pulled her back down. Both of them tumbled back into the elevator and lost consciousness again. A little while later, Jennifer regained consciousness and, in desperation, started burning some papers in an attempt to trigger the fire alarm. Shortly after, John began to wake up as well, but Jennifer quickly kicked him to the ground. She then grabbed the cigar cutter and threatened to cut John's private parts. Terrified, John screamed and begged her to stop. Seeing his fear and agony, Jennifer paused and decided to use the situation to her advantage. She pulled out her phone and recorded John's confession, where he admitted to kidnapping her and orchestrating the entire situation. Meanwhile, we see another security guard named KD entering the building with his girlfriend. As they reached the control room, KD noticed on the monitor that 2 people were trapped in the elevator. Alarmed, he rushed to help. KD managed to force open the elevator doors and handed Jennifer the key. Jennifer finally had the means to escape, but Jennifer tells Keddy that she needs his help. So, Keddy enters the elevator to help Jennifer. However, as Keddy is halfway in, John starts the elevator. Keddy gets trapped and dies. Jennifer screams as she witnesses this. John knocks her unconscious and puts her in the trunk of a car. John then heads to the CCTV room and deletes all the footage. However, Katie's girlfriend arrives and sees everything. John chases her and kills her too. John then drives the car to a secluded spot and starts pouring petrol into a dumpster. His plan is to burn Jennifer alive. As John opens the trunk, Jennifer attacks him. She escapes, takes John's car, and drives away. However, she stops the car a short distance away, reverses it, and rams into John, sending him into the dumpster. Jennifer sets the dumpster on fire, killing John. That's the end of the story. If you enjoyed this movie, please like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.